Hey guys, Mashiach here, and we are back with more Fallout the 4th.
Because I'm still.
Yeah, because Nick is still not doing great. So, our mission today is we have to clean up this junk pile. And let's do just that. So, settlement building. I love settlement building in Fallout 4. I'm not necessarily good at it, but I love it. And I will spend hours doing this. Yes, blah, 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 etc. I know it. First thing I want to do is I want to clean up as much of this stuff as I can. I want to get rid of the grass that is poking through the drive. Trash. All that shit. That can go. I don't need the NPC to stand guard. I do have scrap everything loaded, which allows me to scrap things that normally are not scrappable. Which is great, because a lot of this stuff I just don't like having it around. There. We don't need all these tires. Why are all these tires here? Debris. And honestly, I usually get rid of the floor jack too. Another tire. Wooden crate we don't need. Toolbox we don't need. Diagnostic cart. Hammer vertically. No. Get rid of those stupid hammering animations, please. Hey, welcome to the show, Mephras. And yeah, I'm gonna sit here and do this for hours probably, because that's what I do. And yeah, let's get that trash engineer. And get rid of that hammer flag. Scrap everything is so nice. I usually get rid of everything in these buildings. You don't have to, but I usually like to, and just start over from scratch with whatever I want to put in there. You do have to be careful. There is no undo function when you're scrapping stuff. And believe me, it'll come up. We don't need the radiator. Shitty chairs all over the place here. I'm still debating with myself as to whether or not I actually want to delete the houses themselves. I might, or I might leave them and build around them. I've done both. I don't really have a preference. I pretty much just do whatever I feel like at the time. And anything that I forgot to grab, I'm scrapping. Just because I'll have plenty of everything. Yeah, we want to scrap the trash, we want to scrap the office papers, desk lamp, that standing lamp, that cabinet. Ooh, there was contents in that cabinet. Well, whatever. Radiator. Oh, we can get a fan in here. Oh man. Towel rack. Tile rubble. Now each thing that you're scrapping gives you stuff, and you can use that stuff to build things. So it's a good idea to scrap anything that you don't think you're going to want. Alright, so that's everything. Mama Murphy, you're just in the way. But that's just one house. And we're actually not even done because, look, there's a broken toilet. We don't need that in our front yard. We've got vines. I hate the vines in this game. They look shitty and gross. So I always get rid of those. More grass growing up through the concrete. I don't like that. Come on. You can stay. Maple branches, branch, maple log. Get out of here. That plywood door that he's hammering on, he doesn't need that. Here we've got picket fences, and I usually get rid of these as well just because they're ugly and they don't really serve any function. And I don't really have a good feel yet for what I want to do with this settlement. This settlement is huge, by the way. It's one of the biggest in the game. And it's cool that they start you off with that. Oh, yeah, another NPC hammer trigger flag thing. Get rid of all of those. NPCs will sit around hammering on buildings in Sanctuary all day if you let them. It will get very annoying. Alright, so... and get rid of some of this trash. Now, the houses next door are both destroyed. You can't actually do anything with them. They're just one solid model that's called Ruined House. It's the same thing over here. You can't go inside them. You can't do anything with them. You can just scrap them. So let's get rid of those. And at that point, I guess... right now I'm just... there's little debris piles everywhere, and I'm just taking care of those. Alright, I think I got them all. Let's get rid of the house. It just leaves us with the lot. There is actually some stuff underneath this foundation. I'll show you here. See, they fucked that up. So there's pieces that are left under the ground, which Bethesda didn't clean up because they figured nobody's gonna see it. Well, I saw it. Try to clean up the street so that it looks decent. It's pretty difficult to do. Large sections of the street are going to be like this, where there's just a huge lump of ground. And while you can get rid of the lumps of ground, or you can get rid of the stuff that's on them, like the grass and stuff, the lumps of ground are pretty much stuck there. Now there's also these grass mounds. You can get rid of those with scrap everything. You can't with vanilla. But I'm just going to try my best to clean up this street. I want to get as much of the stuff that's actually in the road out. Well, shit. We don't need that. It actually looks better without it. Okay. And we also want to get rid of this ruined house. And that door. Okay. As I said, you can't really do anything with those ruined houses. You just can scrap them. this point, I need to decide exactly what I want to do. If I want to leave the houses standing, the ones that you can get into, or if I want to break them all down to the foundation, or even below the foundation level, and they just completely start over. And to be honest, I'm not really sure. I don't really have good vision yet for what I want to do with this settlement. So when I feel like that, I usually just busy myself with scrapping, because there's a lot of stuff you can scrap. As I said, Sanctuary is huge. Let me give you a look-see at the territory that we're dealing with here. So I do have a mod that expands the boundaries a little bit. Not tremendously, but that green wall, that's the edge of the settlement. So all of this, all the way back here, yep, all of that stuff back through here, and we actually can scrap a little bit beyond that range. We just can't step outside of that, or we'll get... Oh, shit, I guess we won't. There we go. Outside buildable area. So they actually fucked up when they modded the boundaries of the settlement, and it actually extends a little bit further. But just to give you an idea of the territory that we're dealing with here, like all of this, all the way down to the other shore of the river, all of that, and then down through there. So we do have quite a lot of space. This is enormous for a settlement by this game standards. Like, they're usually not even half this size. Let's see. Well, while we're thinking, let's clean up our old house. And again, I like to get rid of all the grass that's just poking through things. I'm gonna get rid of the car. You don't have to, but like I find the cars kind of ugly. And I have mods to add cars back. Normally you can't. Normally if you scrap a car, it's gone forever. The rusted out ones are okay for decoration if you want to use them. If you want to use... Whoop, nope. Not the privet hedge. I'm not sure I want to delete those yet, so I'm avoiding them. And sometimes you do have to scrap something to get to something else. Like right there, I had to scrap a bunch of leaves in order to get to the picket fence. But if you're going to use cars for decoration, you can. There's a fence post in there, but I'll get it later. But make sure you know what kind of car you're using. If you're using the completely rusted out, like shit pile ones, like the one that I just deleted, you're fine. Those can be used for decoration, and you won't have any troubles. But if you use the ruined cars that aren't completely rusted out and just look like they're like crashed, and I'll see if I can find an example, those can explode if they're shot enough times, and that can be a problem if you are using them as decoration in your settlement, because settlements will get attacked. It happens a lot, actually, and at random. It's one of the game's Radiant quests where it just randomly assigns you some random task to do. Bethesda was really proud of that with Skyrim, where their quests can have multiple targets, and the game just kind of like puts one together based on like what it is allowed to do. Nope. Keep the brambles because I don't know what I want to do with them yet. And I guess I can't get rid of those. Can't get rid of that, though. And I'm just going to get rid of those because they were going underneath the carport. Okay. Grass mounds. I'll keep the grass mounds. That's fine. If you scrap too much, everything looks really barren and dead. So, I mean, obviously, you want to keep some stuff, but I really like to make things look a little neater and get rid of stuff that's ugly. Alright, fine, I'll get rid of that. I want to scrap that umbrella stand. That's what I was aiming for. So, okay. And get rid of that doormat. And inside there's piles of leaves, there's vines. Let's get rid of the vines. All the vines look really ugly. And I know you can't see them terribly well because it's turning night, but they're brown, they don't really do anything. Gross looking. I don't like them. Okay, yeah, let's get rid of the end table. This. Yeah, dog meat lie down. Televisions, they raise happiness having powered televisions in your settlement, but I don't know why, because in the vanilla game, all they'll do is they'll play the test signal because there's no one broadcasting, surprisingly enough. Which actually, like, does make you wonder, why isn't there someone broadcasting? You would think that somebody would be able to get a working television station up and running. But they don't. I like this Voltec calendar. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like I can move it, so I guess it's going away. And that's all one unit for some reason. And towel hooks, towel rack newspaper. The mirror that we use to create our character. The shower. Oh, no, no, no. Don't scrap the walls.
Oh, you should do one thing. Every so often, save it.
Yes, I should. That is a really good idea because, as I mentioned previously, there is no undo function when you're scrapping stuff. If you make a mistake and scrap the wrong thing, something that you didn't intend to, your options are load a save or live with it. So, as soon as I'm done in here, I will back out and save. That bed is useless. Dresser. Desktop picture frame. You really don't need to scrap everything. You can choose to keep any of this stuff if you want as decoration. And you can move it around and stuff. But, I mean, I don't give a shit. Sean's crib, whatever. I prefer to be able to build my own settlement. Thank you. Okay. So, quite often when you've been away from your menu for a while, you can just pull up your Pip-Boy and it'll autosave when you put it away. And I'll usually rely on that for when I'm just scrapping. I don't like to rely on autosaves if I can help it, though, because I've had them go corrupt on me. It definitely can happen. And it will drive you nuts, because you will have dumped 20 or 30 hours into it before your save file becomes corrupt. Okay. So, starting to get presentable.
Can I have you for 10 seconds?
Yes, dear. Hold on. What's up?
I need the cord and I cannot bend down underneath to get it. Anything else I can do, I can't.
This cord?
It's not the greatest.
Oh, I see the problem here. So... just a tiny, hold on. As much reach as I can get. Okay, sorry about that, guys. But, I still don't have a good feel yet for what I want to do with this settlement. I think I will probably end up putting in some kind of wall, because that usually is a smart thing to do. Ooh. And I'll usually scrap some of these trees too that look really bad, but you gotta be very careful with those, because like if I scrap this tree right here, those vines are gonna just exist hanging in the air, and it'll look really bad and stupid. So I have to live with the ugly tree. And a lot of these trees are they're just bare. It's just a big stick. They don't really add anything to the environment, so I like to get rid of them. Okay. Well, why don't we do this? Why don't we start building some beds and stuff inside these houses, and we'll build the settlement around that. So we're gonna go to furniture, beds, pick a bed that we like. I've got a lot of mod added ones, as you can probably see. These ones here, these vault bunks, look nice. These ones actually count as 2 beds, but they take up a lot of space. And then I've got various others as well. Let's put one of those in. And now you see our beds count has gone up to 2. And put another one in. That's 4. And we also want more. There's 6. So that's enough for Sturgis to be happy. But the problem is that we're not going to have 6 people in this settlement. We're going to have a bunch of people in this settlement when we're done. So I'm going to continue to build beds in this house over here. And I picked a bed at random, more or less. Just something that I decided I liked. Sometimes if you're having trouble placing things, you can put something down and then grab it and reposition it. And it's easier than trying to manipulate the vanilla placement scheme. So that's 12. And I'm going to actually put down a couple more in here. Now, I'm not giving people individual, like, rooms and stuff. I'm doing this the extremely lazy way, which is every building is a friggin' bunkhouse, and people just got to deal. That's 18 beds. That should be enough for a while. So, let's go ahead and find Sturgis. There he is.
Hey, Sturgis.
I like it. Having a place to sleep will improve everyone's spirits. What we need now is a reliable source of clean water.
I'm on it. Clean water coming up.
Great. Thanks again.
Okay.
Do you have it, also have the mod for, like, everything? I figured.
So, water. Here's our options for water. We can build this water pump. That we can place anywhere on dirt, and it gives us 3 water. We need water equal to the number of people we have, which currently is 5, but we will be having more. This can also be placed on dirt. This is an industrial, or a powered water pump. This gives us 10, but it requires electricity to run. This has to be placed in water, and this one not only has to be placed in water, but also requires a rank in science, which we don't currently have, but if you give me a minute. Let's see here. What do I want? I'll drop a point in agility. And there, 1 point in science. Okay, so now we can build this. This is the big industrial one. It requires 5 energy, but it produces 40. This is far and away the best bang for your buck, but you have to place it in water. So we're going to have to place it down here on the river. And as you can see, the river is full of garbage, so we're going to clean that shit out. What's this here? First aid? Yeah, I'll scrap that, and it'll just... If you scrap a container that has something in it, it will just send it to the workshop, the workbench. Okay. Now, I don't need to clean this to be completely pristine, but I do want to clean up like all these fallen retaining wall blocks. I'm going to get rid of. Just the fallen ones. Give more of a smooth path. Tires. We don't need tires in the river. Thought I saw something moving out there, but anyway. So there we go. There's water, but it's unpowered. So until we build power for it, it's not going to work. So let's look at our power options. We have this generator here. This only gives us 3 energy, which isn't even enough to run that. Medium generator gives us 5, which will run that, but nothing else. A large generator will give us 10, and that will suffice. You can build these windmills. They're fairly cheap to build, but they give you garbage, and they take up a lot of space, so I don't usually like to build those. And then the last one, a fusion generator, is far and away your best bang for your buck, but it requires science level 4. We can't even get that at our current level. So, let's build some generators here. We need at least 1. And which end is front on this thing? I think that this is the front end of it. Okay. So then that's going to produce power. And we're going to need to run electricity. These pylons will radiate power from them, but also you can wire them, or you can wire objects from them directly. This playground here, probably going to get rid of at some point. And I do have a mod that gives us longer reach with our power lines because the vanilla distance is not great. Hold on 1 second. I'm going to get rid of these ugly picket fences. There, patio chair. No one likes your style. And the lamp and the patio table. There. Now, you can't have any objects in the path of these, or so you would think. There is actually a trick to that. I'm going to get rid of these picnic tables. I'm going to store the cram in the what's it? And let's put this right here. Thank you. And then there we go. So that's water for entire settlement. Now, let's go talk to Sturgis again. He's going to have more stuff for us to do. We're going to get rid of that grill. We don't need it. And that garden hose. I'm a maniac when it comes to scrapping things. I will scrap everything that's nailed down. Alright, June Long. Marcy Long. Not sleeping in the same bed, guys? Actually, I don't think that they can. I don't think that NPCs can share those double beds. They count as 2, but only one NPC can sleep in them at a time, I believe. Just checking to see if Sturgis is... No? He's... Sturgis, where are you? Sturgis, goddammit. If I have to turn on my quest marker for this, I will. Okay, let's turn on the quest marker. Alright. There he is, just wandering around for no reason.
I feel better already, knowing we have a reliable supply of clean water. I hope you don't mind me asking for some more help, but our food supplies are running low. If we're gonna settle here, we'll need to get some crops established.
I'll start planting right away.
Good deal.
Okay. So, by default, you have two units of food. You have 2 melons and I think 2 gourds. There's a second gourd over here somewhere. Somewhere over here there's a second gourd. Melon, gourd. I cannot find the other gourd, but it doesn't matter. So each one of these produces half of 1 unit of food. And I mentioned before that if you pick up food, you need to have the correct type of food. Like, I've got more gourds here. I can slap down all kinds of gourds. But, like, these potatoes, I can do one of these 2 different looking plants. They're exactly the same. But my batch file that gives me all of the building requirements, so I don't have to go picking up junk just to progress this particular quest, also gives me 35 mutafruit plants. Mutafruit, for whatever reason, gives you 1 whole unit of food. So that's 6 mutafruit plants. That's 6 additional food points. It only goes up to 6. We had 2, but you can a single person can only harvest up to 6 points of food, regardless of how many plants that is. But we got 8 units of food here. I'm going to continue to add some. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Oh, hey, Luna. I'm just boringly explaining why I'm planting just ridiculous amounts of mutafruit. Okay. So that problem is solved. Got any more for us, Sturgis? Hey. No, don't sleep.
Hey, Sturgis.
Yeah, I usually talk everybody's ear off when I'm doing these.
Well, this place is starting to feel like home. Now that we can grow our own food, I think we can really make a go of this. Trouble is, the more we establish ourselves here, the more of a target we become. What we need is to get some defenses set up. Then maybe Preston will be able to relax a little bit.
He definitely will not
I'm
do
on
that.
it.
Ah, thanks. It'll make everyone feel more secure here.
Okay. So this is the last requirement of a settlement in order for it to be, functional. We gotta have defense. There's a lot of different ways you can do this. You can do guard posts, and these produce 2 each. You can do traps, and these produce various amounts, 2, 3, but they can break and stuff. I usually don't bother with them. Because I'm a lazy son of a bitch, I usually go with the heavy machine gun turret. It requires only gun nut level 1, which you probably want to have anyway. Gives you 8 defense, and it doesn't cost you any energy. These higher level ones, like the missile turret and the heavy laser turret, require energy. And there are problems with using those anyway. So we're just going to plant 2 of these. Thank you, turret. Please stay on the ground. That should be everything that we need to do.
Hey, Sturgis.
Sturgis, get your lazy ass out of bed. I've been up all night planting turrets for you.
Thanks for doing that. We'll all sleep better at night knowing we have some defenses set up. It's been a long road. But yeah, I think this is it. Home. Feels good.
I was glad to help.
Well, I appreciate it. Of course, you know you're welcome anytime. My door's always open to you. Windows, too. Some of the walls actually come to think of it. I guess I better get back to it. Take care now.
Okay. So that'll complete that quest. But, I mean, that's just the quick and dirty, like, easy peasy settlement build. And I am definitely not fully satisfied with this. Oh, that's a good idea, Luna, actually. Use traps and use a pit trap to trap raiders in. What I'm thinking that we need to really be safe and secure, though. Like, I mean, this hedge, that's not... The hedge isn't defensive. This privet hedge isn't going to protect us. No, we need real protection. So let's do my favorite thing and make some crazy bullshit. Alright, so we're going to want platform. Because, I mean, you know, you gotta have a space for you guys to collect the water from. And there. Little path for them. And, yeah. A stairwell. To get them up over here. Oh, come on. There we go. And we could probably use a shorter staircase to get back down. How's that look? Yeah, that's good enough. Okay. So, the problem that exists here is that this place is just a tad too exposed. Just a tad too exposed. So what we're going to do, we're going to try to avoid getting in the river to do it, because it would take a lot of radiation from that. Come on. There. Okay, now how does that look? Back here. We gotta go a little bit further down. And while I'm at it, that'll be the correct space. That rock is in the way. And I think one more should do it. Come on, this concrete wall. There we are. I gotta do this from an angle that won't get me irradiated to hell and back. Come on, come on. There. Oh, I forgot I used the wrong length things. I'm not very powerful. Okay. Now, I'm going to continue this wall here. Come on, there. Now our another one, come on. Yeah, I know I'm going to left. There we are. Okay. We need a half. Which they have. I've got a lot of colors of concrete walls. And I think 2 half walls down here will do the trick. Ordinarily I would put in a doorway, but this will be fine. There we are. That makes it so that what's it is completely protected. Except for on the top. I wonder, should I add in a roof? Nah, it'll be fine. It doesn't matter. But it does need some protection on the sides here as you're walking out. So what can we do about that? Does that look right? Yeah, that looks right so far. And just in case somebody comes sneaking by on the low road, we gotta make sure that's plugged up. Come on, make it there. Okay. That is a good start. And add this in. Function as a roof. We have bought. Where's my workshop? It's on, it just doesn't want to snap to that. I guess it only wants to snap it to the bottom of it. That's okay. So There we go. A nice protected walkway to get to our water supply. Yeah, go around that, Preston. But that's hardly going to help these people over here. And look at this shit. I mean, the garden is completely exposed. That's no good. I know what we can use back here. Concrete walls. Yeah. By the way, John, your little boy is dead. I don't know if you guys picked up on that, but his boy is dead. And I like to tease him about it because he is the very definition of a sad sack. Just goes around moping all the time. I mean, my baby's dead and or missing or whatever.
But
And
your husband certainly is.
yeah, you don't.
And he was a looker.
Yeah, you don't see me crying about it. In fact, I'm celebrating. Let's move the gourds over a little bit. Only problem with having all of these options for building is you gotta scroll through all of it. Yeah, Sturgis, enjoy walking through there while you can. That's gonna clip through the building a little bit. I'm gonna have to see on the inside to see how bad that is. I know I've leveled up game. It's more of a feature than a bug. It'll be fine. There, that's nice. That's, I mean, it's a good start. Obviously I got more to do. And, you know, eventually we are going to want to use this house, so I think I'm going to extend this wall over to that house as best I can. Oh, we're getting a gap. We're getting a gap. Oh, no, not object, surface. Thank you, place anywhere. Yeah, I'll do it. I have a lot of mods related to building things. Place anywhere does exactly what it sounds like. It allows you to place objects in locations where normally in the vanilla game it would squawk at. Did that actually touch that tree? Yeah, it ate it a little bit. That's okay. Let's get rid of that. And I think good enough. Okay. Here we go. So that will give us branch. Here's the thing I was talking about earlier. Like this car right here, notice that it's not a complete rusted out shell like this car over here is. This car over here, if you want to use this for decoration in your settlement, that is fine. But if you want to use this as a decoration in your settlement, just be aware that they can explode if they're shot at enough. And I think this one is a rusted out Hulk that doesn't explode, but you got to be careful with that.
Although it could actually be fun for defense.
It can be fun for defensive purposes, like, not gonna lie. And we really want to give this place the real prison aesthetic, because effectively this is a prison. They don't know it yet, but it is. So we're gonna build some nice prison windows. Come on. Keep turning object snap off when I want to turn surface snap off. There. Object snap means it'll snap to the objects next to it. Surface snap means it'll snap to the ground or to the bottom of whatever object is near. That's the one I don't want. For right now. There. Turn that back on. Yeah. That's good. It's got that that maximum security vibe going. But I mean, really, you can't stop here. Because I mean, what if we get raiders from this side? So what we need here is some kind of concrete wall. This machine gun turret might be better served on the other side of said wall. Okay, now for this one, I think I want a doorway. So people can actually get through it. Again, turret, you're going to need to park yourself over here. There you look better. And more of these. Can I cheat and add another one? Maybe not. Maybe I should just be content. Hey, welcome to the show, Phantom Merc.
For all it is.
Yeah, such as it is. I'm doing my absolute best to make life in Sanctuary as miserable as possible for everyone here. Let's see here now. Wall is useless if we don't have a way for guards to patrol on it, so let's add one of these. That is a good point there, Phantom Mark. I would not wish the combination of, well, Mama Murphy's okay, I guess, but, like, Marcy Long, man, like, that woman, well, you guys will see. We'll talk to her at some point.
Begrudgingly?
Yes. Because she is a pain. Okay.
Makes you miss Moira.
I miss Moira every day. Alright. More of the same here. Hut. Now concrete has, yeah, these little angle pieces. Perfect. And I'm not sure how I want to do that corner there. Inside corners are easy, outside corners not so much. So maybe that's a good place to put, maybe that's a good place to put a stairwell? Well, I'm lazy and sloppy, so good enough. And you can walk right through the electrical line, which is good, because it also clips through the building. Okay. Now, of course, safety is important. So, this isn't the Star Wars universe after all. I put that there and I don't want it there, and now I don't think I can. There. Okay, yep. Yep. And yep. 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 Just put a bunch of these down. And I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this end of things, but for right now it's fine. And let's run back over here. And we got to do the same thing up here, and I just noticed that's going to be a problem because of the placement of this ladder. Can I move this ladder? Okay. And same thing, can you move? No, not the road, not the road game. And like that. I guess that'll have to do. Okay. And yeah, we want. There we go. It's a good start. It's a good start. Obviously, there's still a lot of room that we can get attacked from, though. I think what we need...
Yeah, but do you like these people? No.
I do not like these people enough, but, you know, that's going to be their problem, because I'm going to make this as miserable as possible. Let's see here. How best to go about this?
It's like asking your fashion rival to decide your next outfit.
Yeah, yeah.
These people trust you, which is bad.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even trust me, and I am me. At least last I checked.
You could be somebody else in both.
That is very possible. I'm gonna get rid of these.
It's okay, I'll vouch for you.
And, let's get rid of some of these fallen over trees. They look ugly. It's a constant battle not to, like, just scrap literally everything down to, like, the bare earth. So, if I seem like I'm scrapping an awful lot of stuff, that's probably why. Let's get these hedges out of here. Those are useless. We need real defenses. And you know what can provide real defense? Concrete fucking walls. So we're gonna put in more. Is that even? It's really hard to eyeball it. Yeah, whatever. It's not like I have to live there. Oh, good. I was off ever so slightly, so the wall is angled.
Yeah, it'll add to the place.
It's okay. I can fix this.
Do you want to?
Yes, because it'll irk me if I don't. There we go. Okay.
Perfectionist.
Yes. I am a perfectionist when it comes to inflicting pain on the people of Sanctuary. I don't want them feeling hope or joy ever again. There we go.
These people like Vaseline on toast.
Is that an argument for or against what I'm doing?
I'm saying they're likely not to notice all of your hard work.
They probably won't.
They'll just use all your stuff that you
Ingrates.
stick in storage and...
Let's get rid of that rusted out heap. And yes, let's get rid of that log. And these privet hedges are taking up valuable concrete wall space. And get rid of the white picket fences because I think they're ugly. I do wish I could turn on the radio for you guys, but that would be like an instant copyright strike. Let's get rid of some of these really ugly trees.
Then regale us with songs about our cats.
It's not songs about cats time. That's later. Okay. Just trying to get rid of the absolute worst of the worst when it comes to this tree garbage stuff. I don't mind if they have a few branches, but if they got no branches at all, like, I mean, it's just ugly. Okay, and I think we shall build. No windows at ground level. Nobody gets to see sunlight. This is sanctuary, maximum security, penal colony.
See, I would be the opposite. I would have so many windows. Because I don't want these people to have any reprieve from the irradiating sun.
I mean, that is a good thought, but I'm fairly confident that they'll get, like, irradiated just from, like, just from, like, walking around as it is. Okay, I'm not gonna finish off all of this right now, because, I mean, like, there's so much we could do in here, and, so many walls we could put up. So we'll leave it open, and no defenses on this end, and we'll see how these guys adapt to that. The answer will be not well. And let's get rid of just a couple of bits of nature's garbage before I go.
Be careful.
I am careful.
Yeah, then you delete your entire.
Okay. There. That's good enough for now. For now. They'll
Oh, you'll come back and do
yeah,
that.
I mean, there's no towers yet, and we're definitely going to need towers for this place. So that's oh, I forgot one very important thing though. I like to point at the sky because the button to activate the workshop mode is also the scrap button, at least with the way I've got it mapped. So I don't want to accidentally try to scrap something. Very important. Do I have... There. Okay, I did not have surface. Very important thing that you need for your settlements. This right here, a radio recruitment beacon, or sorry, recruitment radio beacon. This needs 1 power, and that will attract settlers to randomly stop by as long as we have... Well, I mean, they'll come anyway, but as long as we have stuff for them, they will settle down. Now, we've only got 10 power, so we're already running low on juice. I really wish that I had access to the nuclear power, or the fusion power generator earlier.
In time.
But there we go. All of that is done. And where the hell is Codsworth? Wait, did I just see Sturgis just...
Nice job with those defenses. I've got nothing else I need right now. I think Preston may want to chat.
Sturgis, you're a weird guy. Let's see here. So, I don't have a quest that I can locate him, but I should be able now to talk to Codsworth and get him to accompany me if I can find the damn tin-plated idiot. I actually haven't seen him floating around at all, which, in fairness, I usually don't. He likes to hang out in, like, the far end of the settlement and stuff. There he is.
Welcome back, Mum. I do hope you were able to find some assistance in Concord.
You could say that. I made a few new friends.
Can't have enough of those these days. I realize that I'm no Mr. Gutsy, but if needed, I'd be honored to accompany you throughout the Commonwealth. Just say the word.
Yes, of course.
Lead the way, Mum.
Okay. I don't actually like Codsworth as a companion, but all of the companions have unique perks, and I want to get his perk. I don't even know what his perk is off the top of my head. I just want it. I feel like a little more hit points might not be a bad idea. And another level that. We can get expert level locks and expert terminals. We're gonna want local leader soon, but I'm gonna take these two first because these are usually my priority. And with that, there's a safe in Concord that we can hack now, or we can pick the lock up, whatever. You know what I mean. I will be doing more with this settlement, just not right now. There's a cooking station over here, and there's actually a chemistry station somewhere back here. There. And I want to put both of those in a less obnoxious place. But before we do that, let's go ahead and go and see the sights. Okay, now... No, that was terrible. Cool. Missing at point blank range is how you know that you're really good at the game, by the way. Like, that's when you're able to miss that spectacularly, that takes skill. And it's not just me being an idiot. Oh boy, tar berries. Well, this place looks friendly. Oh. Blood bugs are not a serious threat, but radiation can be. I'll take the army helmet, I'll take that stuff, and now I'm gonna get the hell out of here. I'll take that stuff too. Okay, there we go. Oh wow, just random raiders out here for no reason. Yeah, you go take care of their dog.
Well, that hurt.
That was perfect. We did exactly what I wanted. And now I have to reload the game. 10% less energy damage from robots. That's actually not completely terrible, considering that the Institute is one of the big bad guys in the game. Okay, I've already gotten... Alright, let's try this again. And let's do this time without dying.
Alright, 12% less failure.
I mean, I can't promise 12% less failure, like maybe 5%. Let's actually scoot over here and maybe we can just avoid the bugs. Oh yeah, the Automatron DLC. I forgot about that with the constant attacks from the robots. That doesn't even stop even after you beat the DLC because Todd Howard hates you. Could you hit him, Codsworth? Because I apparently cannot. Oh. Clearly, I am a master of gunplay. Clearly. Radiation, if you're familiar with the way radiation worked in previous games, it works completely differently in this game. Radiation takes away from your maximum health. So, you see that red creeping up on my health bar. That means that my health is going to be decreased by that amount until I get the radiation taken away. It's kind of a big deal early on, but it's really not a problem later on in the game. It'll eventually get to the point where radiation is just a joke. Those raiders are still out there. I'm just going to choose not to... not to engage. This is the ranger cabin. Let's use the Chi Bat's way of killing them. Thank you, camera. I say cheaty, but it's really not. It's just using the game's mechanics. But it definitely favors idiots like me who can't hit shit straight. Okay, so in here we have a hot plate.
Hell yeah.
5% less damage from melee attacks, that's pretty good. A corpse. The Runaway's holotape. And some bubblegum.
October 22nd, 2077. I finally told them tonight, and it was bad. Real bad. Dad was shouting, telling me I should be ashamed, that I had to get out of the house. Mom just cried, and somehow that hurt worse than anything else. She didn't say a word, not even when I packed my things. I can't go to John. He doesn't even know yet. Maybe he'll never know. If it weren't for the cabin, I wouldn't have a place to sleep. Just need some time to think. Last time I was here, I was just a little girl playing clubhouse in this old cabin. Now I'm really scared. Will anything ever be right again?
Red stags out there, they're not much of a threat, but they can be a little scary very early on. There's no reason to fight them, though. Like, there's not much you can get from them. I'm gonna take these silt beans, because why not? And hug flowers. And I need to stress that I do not know what any of these like things that I'm picking up actually do. Like, I know you can use them for crafting, but I don't know like what you can craft with them, because I am not a guy who plays Fallout to think. I brute force my way through everything. Yeah, let's harvest some melons. this is Abernathy Farm. Another one of the like early settlements that you get in the game that are cool. And I'm just harvesting everything they have, even though there's no point whatsoever to doing this. Because we will have access to all of their stockpile after we take this place over.
New here? Well, if you've got anything worth trading, you can talk to me.
What do
Keep
you
your
got?
seller background,
It ain't a
man.
lot, but I've got a few basic supplies. Ammo, meds, that sort of thing.
Sounds good.
Okay. You have actually a surprisingly good set of leg armor. These shipments, by the way, you can take these shipments and you'll get this amount of whatever thing, like concrete, to your place, your settlements. I usually don't bother because, you know,
I don't think so.
Great. Maybe
You know,
next
'cause
time
I
I'll
have
get
a-
right to the point instead of wasting my time.
wow. Sheesh.
You should have sold your own tomatoes back to her.
I should have.
That's close enough, stranger. We're a peaceful farm. We don't
That's,
want any...
what's with your lip sync there,
It's okay.
Blake?
I'm friendly. Not looking to cause any trouble.
If you say so, but be warned, we're
I like the way that my leather armor clips through my character's model. Looks really good.
Field all day, every day, and every minute of it spent watching your back.
Farming's hard work.
Won't argue with
Farming's hard work.
Blake
She rolls her
Avenue.
eyes.
You new to the Commonwealth?
Yeah, you could say that.
Good to see a new face. How about you? Ever think about working the land?
I'll probably give it a try someday.
Well, good luck to you then. Maybe I'll see you at the Diamond City Market someday and we'll do a swap. Word of advice though, if you do start up a farm, be ready to deal.
Just keep talking
With
here,
all
Blake.
hard work
And yeah, Luna, you can do that and just kill all the settlers. I don't like playing evil characters and killing people in their sleep as much as I like to.
Claim that you do. You're a nice guy.
Do what you
Yeah.
can to protect you and your family.
Because if a make-believe person is sad, it makes me feel bad.
If I drive him off, he'll be back with twice as many men.
Yeah.
Last time
Anyway,
the raiders hit us,
this guy's gonna give us a quest.
stand up to him. Now she's buried out back
Yeah.
of the house. Only 21 years old, and they shot her down without a thought. That's why we need the Minutemen back. And the sooner, the better.
If your daughter was that stupid, she got what she deserved.
There's nothing worse than losing a child. Believe me, I know.
All too well, I'm afraid. My sympathies are with you both.
You'll notice too occasionally that you'll get little things that say like your companion liked that or loved that. I've got it modded, of course, because everything is modded,
If you could get it back,
so
it
that
means a lot to us.
they basically love everything and will never be upset with you. Mainly because Strong is a son of a bitch, and
I don't think she'll rest easy against the one
he
who's gone.
hates everything that is good and fun. Mostly stealing. He hates stealing. And that's annoying. Because I like to steal things. We could clean out the wicked shipping company, but let's run over here. Oh, that is a bullet fly. There you go. See, I don't miss every time. And the Concord water tower. Good way to get some purified water. Ironically, the Concord water tower is terrible and useless. Sorry, purified water, rather. is terrible and useless. You want dirty water because that's the only thing you can use for crafting. There are mods to fix that. I haven't bothered because I don't usually do a lot of crafting because crafting requires thought. Grab some irradiated thistle. And something that I always forget my first time through, there is a duffel bag right up here with a little bit of loot in it. There's also, over on the hillside over there, there's a little encampment with some stuff. But we're going to go ahead. Do I have this place? Okay, I just wanted to register the Red Rocket as a workshop. That way I can send a supply line to it when I'm ready to do that. Right now I don't have anybody to spare to send to one. But we're going to go down into Concord. And there's a couple of things we weren't able to loot because of higher level lockpicking requirements. And Concord is relatively safe at the moment. It does spawn raiders, but it hasn't been long enough for them to respawn. So.
Sweet.
Okay. As usual, steal everything that isn't bolted down. I see a bunch of the raider corpses are gone, though. So the cell must have cleaned up. Oh, but there's the Deathclaw still. It's dog meat. You want to have some respect for the dead. So this church right in here. You okay there, buddy? I'm going to steal your burnt textbook. There's a reason why I'm stealing stuff that is just pure garbage, by the way. I haven't shown it to you guys yet, but I'm using a mod called OC Decorator. And if you're familiar with that, you already know where this is going. But basically, I can take any objects in the game that is like any item that I can pick up. I can take it and turn it into a display piece in the settlement. So, like, I can take a beer bottle and I can slap a beer bottle down in the settlement, and it'll count as a piece of the, like, a piece of the background or a piece of the settlement itself. So it won't move around. It won't get knocked loose. It won't respawn after a certain time or anything like that. So, kind of cool. Kind of cool. Now, we need to go this way to deal with the quest that the Abernathy's gave us. And this is usually the way that I like to proceed anyway, because this is in the same direction towards the settlement that Preston was sending us to. So we can get two birds with one stone. There's usually a random encounter here. I don't know why one didn't load, but whatever. You don't always get a random encounter, I guess. And settler. Settler. And some stuff. Oh, okay. Well, that explains that then, doesn't it? You got this, Codsworth? I'll just pick up the meat and bones for you. Really? Sigh.
again.
Sigh. Okay. So, for the third time,
You're not very good at this, are you?
I'm apparently very bad at this. Jesus. Or, to be a bit more accurate, Codsworth and Dogmeat are very bad at this because I was expecting them to take that guy out.
Never assume your partner is good at what they do.
Thanks for the fire so that I couldn't see what I was doing.
Well, he certainly doesn't need that anymore.
Really effective at it, too.
Nothing like a little gut to get the oil.
Okay. So here's the plan. Step 1. Step 1, kill that thing. Step 2, loot everything around here. Step 3, foolishly pick a fight with the raiders over here because I'm tired of doing the same thing over and over again. Don't run at me while I'm fighting dogs, dog meat. Ah! Molotovs are bad. Well, I made an effort.
Maybe don't engage with the enemy for a little while.
Alright. I do have ridiculously critically low health.
Yes, yes, you do.
And I probably could use some chems to make that better. But
we know
I
you.
probably won't.
We know you.
Because I'm stubborn and stupid.
Even if you have like a bag full of them, you would never use them.
Well, what if I need them later? Okay. Can we, please, maybe pick off one of these stupid flies? Okay. That time, I killed them both without taking damage. Then took a ton of radiation damage from walking in the river. This is some real pro tier gameplay. Okay. foolish though it may be, I now feel like this raider situation, it has become like kind of a question of honor. So I'm gonna quick save. Lure them away from that hill. Yeah. That's 2 down. Okay. Okay, there's one more still around. Let's go ahead and steal all this stuff. There. I think there was one more yet. Yeah. Oh, this is just a recruit. Guess they caught them a radstag doe. Here we are. I do not believe I've ever found that raider post before, and since they were there every time, that probably wasn't a random event. That probably is something that always spawns there. That's one of the things about these Bethesda games, is that like you can play them for hundreds of hours and like, never find just stupid stuff. Like just little things that you don't even expect. Yeah, come on. Yep, discovered the ranger cabin again. Codsworth. Cramping my style, man. Alright, we don't need to listen to the Runaways holotape again. We've already listened to it. And I think it's a good idea for me to cook up. Thought I had more. This vegetable starch, by the way, corn, mutafruit, and potato, that's good because it's worth. It gives you 5 adhesive, and if you're not cheating like I am, that's a good way to get adhesive. you can just grow that at any settlement once you have found the corn and the potato and the mutafruit. And you can get potatoes right from Abernathy Farm. But we're gonna detour a bit because doing the same thing over and over again is boring and also very ineffective. And we're gonna check out Wicked Shipping here. This is a place filled with random, or filled with feral ghouls. And first thing we're going to do is hack this terminal, and then not use it, because we're just badasses. Nothing, really. And there's a key to this trailer if you can't hack an expert lock.
Yes.
Oh, and handy level up. Just loot this stuff. And alright, I think a little more health might be in order. Since I keep dying to random bullshit. And I'm gonna put one in local leader because I'm gonna need that soon. So with local leader we can establish supply lines, and that allows us to send supplies to other settlements as needed. A lot of the wooden blocks you'll find in the game spell out Gary. That would be a reference to Fallout 3 and the one vault. I don't remember what the number on it is. But there's a vault where everyone inside was a clone, and all they could say was Gary, and it was hilarious. And as usual, loot everything that isn't nailed down. Nice try, buddy. I had a mod loaded at one point that turned Wicked Shipping into a settlement. And it was fairly cool. Like, this is a nice place for a settlement, honestly, and I'm not really sure why the game didn't make it a settlement, because Codsworth tolerates me. That's great. All this stuff. Yep.
Hey,
Can I be of service?
Codsworth.
What is it, Mum?
That's all.
All right, then.
Okay. Sometimes they will have dialogue for you when they hit new levels of relationship, but I guess Tolerate doesn't have one.
Is dog meat treated the same way, or is dog meat always loyal?
No, Dogmeat is always loyal. Dogmeat actually is... he is intended to be a secondary companion, like I have him here, where you have Dogmeat and then you have another person with you. But that was actually edited out of the final version of the game, and you need a mod to re-enable it. Probably that was because they were worried about, I'm guessing, frame rates on consoles, but Dogmeat very clearly was intended from the start to be a secondary companion like he is in Fallout 3, and not a standalone companion, which is what he actually is if you don't mod it. Where you get Dogmeat to follow you, and nobody else can be your companion while that's happening. Dogmeat, there's actually voice files that were recorded, which voice file recordings usually happen near the end of game development, so it was something fairly close to the end of the game when they changed it, or close to the end of the development of the game, rather. But there's voice files recorded and enabled in the game for if Dogmeat gets hurt, then companions will comment on it and say, like, hey, Dogmeat's hurt, like, you need to heal him or whatever. And they'll only do that for Dogmeat. No other companions have that. And no other NPCs or anything. So it's not something where they were like, well, you know, you might be in a settlement where he's at. No, it was... That's the Rickard shipping trailer key. That'll open anything. Or any of their trailers. And... yeah, I'd heard about that, Luna, that there was more settlements than what they actually could handle, and they had to strip back a bunch of them. But anyway, so like, Dogmeat does have functionality that's just like turned off to make him a secondary companion. He's also the only companion who doesn't give you a perk by getting like his friendship up. You have to actually invest in Dogmeat's perks, but he has multiple of them. So he's clearly designed to work differently. And they just turned it off near the end of development. Like I said, probably because they wanted... they were probably afraid of frame rate issues on console. And here we got skeletons and some implied shady business and a holotape that should explain it. Let's fire that one up.
Blake, I want you to listen to me as a brother here. This whole deal with Eddie is wicked shiesty. I mean, what kind of business partner threatens to kill you if the deal doesn't go his way? We are in way over our heads, man. I can't see a way out of this. No way except shutting down and getting out of Dodge. Give me a chance to talk this out with you face to face. I just want both of us to get out of this.
Oh boy. What? Alright. Not the legs. For bloatflies, it's actually easier to aim at the torso than the head. I mean, that's true of most enemies, but... like, for bloatflies in particular, you can usually one-shot them even with a blow to the body. So there's no reason to aim for the head. Usually, aiming for the head is better. You're more likely to get a kill. Let's just pick the lock here while we're sitting here being irradiated. Here's a little place here, having that farm with all the cigarettes. Okay. Sometimes raiders do spawn near here, so you do want to be a little bit careful. Or I might be talking out of my ass. I used to have, I think I mentioned it before, I used to have a mod that added a bunch of additional raider spawns throughout the Commonwealth, and I might be just thinking of that. But whatever. And again, wild crops do not count as regular crops. I didn't mean to do a third-person camera. I just meant to run away. About this. Yep, let's do all this stuff again. And here we go, here we go, here we go. Oh, let's leave. No one's this time. Probably die anyway.
Hi.
That's close enough, stranger. We're a peaceful farm.
Yeah, we've heard this all
It's
before.
okay.
If you said, let me.
Farming's hard work.
Won't argue, Blake.
I'm, yeah.
Good to see a new.
Sure.
How about you?
I'll probably give it a try someday.
Well, maybe I'll see. Word of advice. Why do
Sounds like bad news to me.
you really? Last time those raiders hit us. Now, that's what.
There's nothing worse.
All too
I'm
Right?
sorry. I don't know if you could get.
Don't worry.
Good.
Uh-huh.
Okay. By the way, like, most of your dialogue options in Fallout 4 are completely meaningless, unlike in previous entries where they generally were fairly important. Here, it's pretty much just whatever. You have like 6 variations on.
The same.
Yeah, I'm a good person. Okay, and grab that. Run back here again. And I do need to trigger this again, which always takes a minute. And then it takes another minute because I've got a mod loaded that removes the building limit. Because you actually, the Bethesda tries to limit the amount of stuff you can put in to ensure a smooth frame rate. But if you got a halfway decent PC, you should be able to exceed that without issues. I certainly can, and I mean, it's not like I've got a super great PC. I've got an okay PC. No complaints about it. Okay, so zipping back through Concord, but I'm actually just going to take the short route around. Like, you saw the loot that we got, and you know, it was okay. It wasn't great, so we don't need it. And now that you've seen it, you don't need to see it again. if you ever need to, you can drink from these pipes. They give you a ton of radiation, though. Unless you have the perk that makes it just not give you radiation at all. Okay. Different encounter this time. Looks like these guys are just normal settlers.
Look, man, I've been thinking about this for a long, long time. I know what I'm talking about here.
Bullshit. You can't just
Moss, you want to put some clothes on, man?
and claim it's a sandwich. Does that mean a loaf of bread is technically a bread sandwich?
Technically, yes, but you wouldn't eat it all at once like that, so it doesn't matter. How you hold it matters.
Talk all you want, man. You put that piece of Mirelurk meat between two pieces of bread. But it still ain't a sandwich. Well,
What the hell would you call it then?
disgusting. That's what.
I don't know about you guys. I can barely hear it. I do have the subtitles on, so I don't know why. And why are you naked?
Yes?
No.
Yes?
Okay, well, whatever. Just have your little naked party over there.
Maybe they're getting ready to do a makeover.
I mean, that's very possible. Another location very close to here also can spawn random encounters. We're going to go over there, but we're going to do it the long way. There's another campsite right over here. Why aren't I naked? Because I need the armor. You saw how quickly I died without...
Should take care of it.
Even
Just
without...
take that medicine, and the swelling should go down in a week or so.
Sure thing, Doc. Thanks.
Goodbye.
Going to see Doc Anderson? Can't recommend her highly enough.
Yeah. Okay. Those are random. I don't know that I've ever seen the Doc Anderson one, but, like, whatever. I sometimes find raiders here. Not often, though.
But it could be that one mod.
It definitely could be. Which I honestly kind of liked because it did make things interesting, but as I've mentioned before, it also made the frame rate absolutely atrocious when you got to downtown Boston. Like, borderline unplayable at times because every rooftop would have multiple raiders spawned in, or if not raiders, then like super mutants or whatever.
That's it.
Yeah, I'll take all that. There's a ticket information terminal. We don't need to hit that up right at the moment. It just tells us that the guy here is planning something, which we'll figure out on our own.
Nice.
Hey, a new face tattoo. Not really wild about any of the face tattoos in the game.
Unless you're gonna pitch in here, keep a distance. Looking to earn some caps? I could use a hand here if you're all done cocking, you know.
I could probably help. For a few caps extra.
I was gonna give you something anyway. 75 caps for your time?
What do you need help with?
The pump isn't in top shape, but it should at least start. There must be some leaky connections flooding me out. Think you could fix them? The leaks will be underwater. But for bubbles, then you should find them.
Okay, we're not going to do that right now because, as you probably saw, going into the water gives us 10 rads a second, and that's a bit much. what we are going to do instead, we're going to go up this hill, find the road, hello, random Eyebot, take a random basketball, avoid the Station Olivia, turn off our lights so that we don't get blasted. We're going to Station Olivia, by the way, but just not immediately. I probably should be, yeah. There's a couple of places I want to hit up before we do Station Olivia. One is this crashed vertibird over here. You'd think there'd be like a first aid kit or something inside the vertibird, but no. But what there is one of these. And I want to strip down all the pieces of that power armor. Because I can use them for my own power armor elsewhere. Stupid. These rad stags will, it'll say that they're going hostile. And then all of your companions will run all over trying to... There you are. Thank you. Run all over trying to kill it, and all they want to do is run away. It's more annoying than anything else. Rad stags can do solid damage, but, you know. Alright. Yeah, let's bump up our agility again. Oh, what do we want? What do we want? What do we want? Here. I'm going to need this eventually. We need a lot of these eventually. For right now, though, armor is probably our best bet. Oh, no, I don't want to. There, thank you. So here's a sentry bot randomly hanging around. There's a bit of plot related to that. I'm looking around for, I think there's a high-end circuit board or something that usually near here. Not seeing it though. Oh well. It's more useful for the Automatron DLC than anything else. Okay. So there's a military grade circuit board. Battery, another circuit board.
Perfect.
A paint job for our power armor. And this terminal. And not reading anything, I'm going to play this tape and activate the sentry bot. Yes. Go ahead. And I'll eject it just because I'm a hoarder who likes to collect things. Now he's going to roll around and shoot things. That sounds like Bethesda, Luna. Like that things would just be marked as hostile even if they were passive. So there's a bunch of mole rats jumping out, but this guy is taking care of all of them for me. They make you think that he could possibly like go bad and like attack you by putting in a warning that like, you know, it's experimental and all that, but like you really can't. If there's more to this encounter, I've never figured it out. He basically just rolls around here for the rest of his time. He was pretty handy to me when I had those extra raider spawns, because I would get raider spawns on a little raider camp up there, and I could trick him into going up there and fighting the raiders for me. And then they would usually take him out because they would spawn seriously like 10 or 12 raiders. Okay, so here is Air Force Station Olivia. Big satellite station. And this is the place where Blake Abernathy wanted us to go. Let's take these wild carrot blossoms, because we totally need those for something, probably. Some bloat flies that spawn here just so that the guys have something to shoot at.
What's all this then?
Did he really whip out a what's all this thing?
It sounded like it.
What is he on? Stage in Britain?
Codsworth is comically British.
Interrupting production by stumbling on stage and going, what's all this thing?
Oh, hello, mole rat. Wow.
What happened?
Mole rat. If a limb gets crippled, you can just stimpack it and you'll be fine. But holy shit, you're not supposed to get mole rats with mines on them this part of the game. I still don't think. I think Codsworth took care of the last guy. Vodka, yeah. I need that. Foot lighter, baseball glove, yeah. As always, anything that's not nailed down. Raider recruit, okay. And here we are. Armor workbench. We probably don't have the materials to really do anything, but I guess let's take a look. Neither of those is particularly good. Yeah, not really worth putting anything on them. Okay, I can bump this up to heavy armor. Boiled leather. And let's make the armor invisible, shall we? Codsworth, of course, really loves whenever you do any of this. We're out of leather. So that's probably about as far as we're going to get in that. But it does allow us... What was that all about? It did allow us to turn two of our things invisible. We could go further with that, but... Oh, and where's Codsworth at? All the way up there. A tin head.
Hey.
Mum,
Hey, Codsworth.
Mum, a moment perhaps?
Sure. What's on your mind?
Oh, just a little something I'd like to get off the old proverbial chest. I just want to say what an honor it is for me to accompany you. You've no idea the horror these past 2 centuries have brought. The initial destruction, not knowing if you and your family were all right. It was a relief just to find the entrance intact.
I'm sorry, Codsworth.
Yeah,
It
I'm
was
very
so
sorry.
sudden. Not even
Sorry
time for
that you're
goodbyes.
so alive,
Not a
Codsworth.
single worry, Mum, as I shared your priorities completely. Family safety first, above all else. And yes, while it was hard at first, I was able to eventually move on. At first it was the work, busying myself day and night, and believe me, there was plenty of it. But eventually the work became light chores. What truly saved me was my memories, Mum.
Yeah, fascinating.
Memories of you, hubby, young Shaw, of your love and kindness. I soldiered on.
I encourage you to rewatch my first video on this in order to remember what Nick looked like.
I'm glad you stuck around.
Oh, Mum, you don't know how good it is to hear you say that. I just wanted you to know how much I consider you family. I may be a mere robot to some, but I do hope you've come to see me as more.
I consider you to
I'll
be
tell you
family
whatever
too,
you want to hear,
Codsworth.
Codsworth.
We're in this world for the long haul. Together.
Mum, you don't know how wonderful it is for me to hear that. I feel completely recharged. Well, enough blither blather from me. Let's get back to it, shall we?
Okay.
Hey.
Mum, if I might bend your ear for a moment.
Now, because we leveled him up really fast,
Go right
he's got
ahead.
multiple of these in a
Gracious,
row.
Mum, I do appreciate it. I've always had such admiration for you and your family. Ever since the day my visual senses were first switched on. You and Sir...
Look, Codsworth, I've got a dungeon to clear out, so, like, you could hurry this up.
Trusting of me to look after such a newborn bundle of joy. It just warms my nuclear core. So you can imagine the
Sean, my little anchor baby.
fled to the vault. I searched but found no evidence of your death.
Not by which I don't mean like in the sense that it allows me to stay in this country, but rather in the sense that I was planning to use him as an anchor.
I ran a full diagnostic scan just to make sure I wasn't malfunctioning. But the news of Sir and young Sean.
Yeah, they're terrible people.
It takes a true hero to live through that.
I figured it would have
doing
been
what it
Edgar
takes to
being
survive
so
out
to,
here.
you know, cut your
So
losses,
much
ditch the
more than
kids.
that, Mum. So much more. In such a bleak world as this, think of all you've witnessed and all you've done. In my 200 years,
Codsworth, I've like walked 20 feet and shot a bunch of people.
You have
Like,
remained the very model
Is
of
he
what
the easiest
humanity should
companion to get
aspire
shit from?
he is, but I've also got a mod that makes the companions level up in friendship like super fast because I don't like dealing with it. So
Thank you, Codsworth. That means a lot.
No thanks necessary, Mum. I wouldn't hear of it. I truly believe if the Commonwealth is to turn itself around, you're the one to do it. Now, not another word. I stand firm in my belief. Let's get back to it.
okay, hey, having reached the highest level of affinity with Codsworth, you have the robot sympathy perk, which means
I'm all ears.
Codsworth,
What can I do for you?
you can head home now.
As you wish, Mum. I'll be at the homestead. Cheerio.
bye. Codsworth is going to Sanctuary Hills the wrong way, by the way.
He'll get there eventually. Although he does have a poor sense of direction.
Okay. Now, this airbase is
Hold.
kind of difficult, and I want Dog Meat to just sit still so that he's not... I don't want enemies detecting him while I'm sneaking around. We're going to still steal everything that isn't locked down. And we're going to use this computer. Beep, boop, boop, boop. And again, the way you hack is just mash random options as fast as you can, because you can't be bothered to actually do it right. And then dig through here for cheaty ways if it doesn't work.
That will give you a refresh.
Yep. And we're down to just one option. Okay, we want to open the intel room. And I want to try to stay hidden as much as I can until I am ready to engage. This is the intel room that we opened up. Come on.
Sweet.
There we go. And we'll steal all that stuff. Yeah, dish rag, sure. Mini nuke, yes. Permanently harder to detect while sneaking. That is a good buff. It's not a huge bonus, but you know, it does buff stealth, which is fantastic for us. So that, we'll take that. And, coffee cup, yep, sure. Desk fan, oh yeah. Okay. I cannot believe that I missed him at that range. Okay, well, my plan to stealthily sneak through this whole place and take these people out one at a time. Hey, what the fuck, kid? God. These kids are brats, I tell ya. So, my plan to stealth through this is going swimmingly, as you can see. You guys really did not see me just now. Okay.
Found you, sorry.
Did ya? Oh, shit. No, shit.
Oh, so how long ago did you save?
When I first came in. So, like...
Hold.
A minute ago. Usually, I don't encounter a raider climbing up the stairs like that. They usually won't come up there, in my experience, unless you are already, unless you've already alerted them.
There we go.
Okay, so very important that we pick up that screwdriver and other such garbage. Cool. Already partially detected. Do.
Nice.
Okay. This facility happens to be guarded by one of the game's named bandit leaders. There are a few of them. They are not random. They always appear in the same places.
His name is Petunia.
It's her, actually. And her name is Akak.
Ak?
Yes, Akak.
Oh, boy.
Her gimmick is that she uses a minigun.
One of us.
Okay. Okay. So go in here. And I missed a point-blank shot with him, so, like, apparently I'm just the worst fucking player of this game.
Nothing there now. What do you think? I don't know. Jumping in shadows. Yeah, you're probably right. Gotta cut down on the jet, I guess. Now don't... Did you hear that?
Just
You
wanna
sure you
wait.
saw something?
Ugh. Even in VATS, I missed my first shot. Yeah, but at least I can loot him from his giblets. Excuse me. Sheesh. He shot me too many times.
Hold.
Okay. This is actually this is actually not entirely unexpected. This dungeon is tough for the level I'm at and the equipment that I have. So we'll go through this whole song and dance of looting everything again.
Got it.
I'm gonna save it once you're done.
Yes, this time I'm going to save it.
Excellent.
Okay. Quick save.
Nothing there now. What do you think? I don't know. Jumping in shadows. Yeah, you're probably right. Gotta cut down on the jet, I guess. Don't stop talking crazy.
Just gonna park it until they stop being alerted.
Get a grip on yourself.
There. Okay. And let's quick save again. Okay, there's a guy and a dog up there. I alerted them and I didn't want to. Okay. Okay. Things are going wellish now.
This noise. Ugh. 'Cause I don't know. What do you think? I don't know. Jumping in shadows. Yeah, you're probably right. Gotta cut down on the jet, I guess. Don't stop talking crazy. 'Cause I don't know. What do you think? I don't know. Jumping in shadows. Yeah, you're probably right. Gotta cut down on the jet, I guess. Jet will make you jittery.
Yep, guess you must be.
Where'd that little bitch go?
That guy is hitting me for quite a bit of damage each time. Okay. Now, Akak can shred me in moments here, so you really don't want to go toe-to-toe with her like I am. Ah, pincered. Okay. This is alright. We're making progress.
Oh man, come back! I was having fun!
Okay. That's good. And it looks like everybody's downstairs. That is also good.
Yeah?
I'm actually going to quick save it here.
That'll be done in like another 2 or 3 hours. I think.
So we're just going to wait.
No need to hide. It'll all be over soon.
Okay. And there's Akak. But it looks like we only have a few more raiders to go.
Disappearing act. Huh?
Come on out. I'll make it nice and quick. You can trust me.
Okay. Good. Very good. Quick save.
What the fuck was that?
And just walk out in front of Akak, because that's a smart thing to do. Do I have something that's a little more, more? Okay.
This is bullshit.
If I can get close to her.
What the hell was that? Oh, it's on!
Sometimes subtlety is not the best approach. And I'll just take all of that. Okay. Now, we've taken care of most of what we need to take care of in here. And what remains is not super threatening. I'm going to take a moment to go up here. Couldn't easily get to this before I would have been spotted immediately.
That's it.
Okay, there we go. Now, there's still, like, one more guy in here. Overdue library book. Do need a few of those. Oh, a teddy bear with an army helmet and a cigar. That's cute. None of those lockers have anything. Okay. Maybe there's not one more guy in here.
Get away!
Nope, there is.
The kid?
Yep. You know how kids these days are with their gangs and their hula hoops. A dead guy with jet and a bottle of nuke. Sure. I'm gonna switch back to my 10 mil. And there's the locket. This room is optional. Damn it.
Yes.
just has a bunch of rad roaches in it. Oh, that was a legendary rad roach. There you are. Stop. Now, in fairness to me, that rad roach had some really smooth moves. He was juking and jiving.
So he outclassed you.
Sweet.
I mean, you know, he was clearly the, he was one of the ace rad roach warrior types. There's a bunch of oil on the ground here too. You can light that on fire to kill a bunch of rad roaches if you prefer to do it that way. Rad X 10 mil. And there's another rad roach that spawns there. And let's take some of this stuff. And turn off the Turn off the radio. Okay. So that's everything. There is a terminal over here. Most of the named raiders have terminals. This is not the one. This is not one with the information on it. So never mind. A lot of the named raiders will have terminals where they'll write down things, including that they'll have heard of what happened to the other named raiders. So, like, we may see in a future...
Hey. Come on.
In a future terminal, we may see somebody mention that they heard that Akak got acked. So we just need to return to Abernathy Farm, but before we do that, we might as well head over here and do Preston Gravy's quest.
That's not fair.
Yes, I am finishing up though. And we're gonna go over here. There's usually some wild dogs that spawn in here, but nothing that's a serious threat. Not a big problem. And there's some minor loot back there, but nothing worth scrounging for. We're going to go over here, hopping, of course, because we are idiots. And here we are at 10 Pines Bluff. We've reached level 12. Yeah. Agility. And we actually qualify for another level of sneak. So I think I'm going to do that.
Hey,
My back hurts, my feet hurt, everything hurts.
excuse me.
What do you want? We don't need any more trouble around here.
Take it easy. I'm with the Minutemen. I'm here to help.
You're with the Minutemen? I didn't really think you fellas still existed. We sent word with one of them passing traders, but honestly, I never expected anything to come of it. Most people don't put much stock in the Minutemen these days after Quincy. Business, that.
We're rebuilding the Minutemen from the ground up.
Nice skin
Glad to
tone you
hear it.
got there.
No question that things have been worse
ma'am.
since the Minutemen fell to pieces. There's a raider gang.
Busty, are you doing blackface? Because that's kind of offensive.
Threatening to kill us all if we don't pony up. We know where they're coming from, but we can't go up against a gang like that.
Don't worry. I'll take care of those raiders for you.
Thanks, friend. If you folks are for real,
That dark face bug happens. I'll get it sorted out. Okay, so she gives us the quest to go to the Corvega plant. We're not going to go to the Corvega plant. We are going to go back to Sanctuary. Yay!
Did it crash?
No. Nope, it did exactly what it was supposed to do. And I'm going to dump all of the stuff that I'm not going to use. I might want to take a look at that pipe shotgun. Chinese assault weapon of mutant slaying. That's interesting. Okay, and I usually only keep 10 each of Molotovs and frag grenades on me. Molotovs are really overpowered in this game. Let's see. Don't actually need the wedding rings. Metal armor gives us slightly more ballistic protection, which would probably be better right now, but not necessarily worth more in the long run, so whatever. Besides, for right now, I just want to dump all of this stuff into storage. And we don't need that much purified water. Your settlement will generate water too, based on the well, the things that you've got, the purifiers. And right, we aren't yet to the point where Preston will give us anything. So that's going to be it for tonight. Next time we will fiddle more with our armor and our weapons, and we definitely need to make this look more like a penal colony than it already is. But all of that's for a future time. So thanks for watching, guys, and until next time, let's save and quit. See us.